set up this whole elaborate gig at the Rhythm Factory, which is a dance venue. Got everyone we could together and sort of forced the scene, really, which it took. And so it became as real as any scene does. Fanny was very sweet about things in a memorable way. I remember she got, when we first got James Endicott to come and listen to the studio, she picked him up in a taxi and she had beer and crisps on the back seat as if this was like an industry standard thing to do, which I think might have perplexed him a little bit, but you know, I got his guard down and then it all works out. Then he came down to the studio to see us doing demos. And I think he thought we had some coke, but it was just mean speed. And he went home, and that night I think he had an epiphany whilst he was lying next to his wife, sweating and wriggling around. And I think he went sleepless into the office the next day and said, "Guys, you've got to listen to this. I'm onto something." And then it started rolling from there, really.
Up to you.
You wanted yours up, John?
Yeah, it's fine actually.
Vertigo.
This time around there was a bit more of an open feeling, like trying to enjoy playing the music at the same time as trying to worry about what it was sounding like.
See the end there, make sure you put everyone locked in there. Don't change until you get everyone's attention. You know you're going to change, because that's the whole point of coming in on that, is that we'll do it together.
Can you give us a shout as well, Gal?
Yeah. Yeah. Just me and John.
Trying to work out the riff to Campaign of Hate, I was really annoying myself. And then suddenly I felt really embarrassed in front of everyone, like thinking, what the fuck am I doing? And then John was kind of hinting at the fact that, well, maybe Carl should play the riff, and that really threw me.
So I'll do Pete's part then. Yeah, I'll do Pete's part.
What was it? I was confused now.
You go, Mama. Mama.
I'll know how to do it when we start playing, John, I promise you. Alright, just for you. Okay, just for you.
3, 4.
You missed out that one, John, I guess.
Oh yeah, oh shit, I missed out that bit, isn't it? Yeah. Then you go like this. It's quite important bit. And then it goes,
Oh yeah.
no, it doesn't do that. It goes, instead of doing that, when it goes to the G, it goes, and then it goes, does that bend? Yeah, on the 6th fret. And then it goes up, bend on the 10th fret. And bend on the 10th fret.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then it goes back to the campaign.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Just go from
go from
from the top then.
What?
Yeah.
I've not worked this hard since you started rehearsals. Right.
From the top.
Go on then.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Even Teesdale Street's gone up in the world. They knocked down all these flats that were here, and they built them. And those kids, they were babies. I think we lived in one of these ones. Oh, entry blows. Oh my God, that's my old stairs. God. Don't let someone in there. We're not. I remember when Pete first said, like, I found this place, and I thought, oh, great. We went upstairs, and there was like one big room with a big brass bed. I was like, whose bedroom is this going to be then? And then I kind of like my privacy. There was a little cupboard, and that was my bedroom. But it had a door, and that's kind of that's all I needed really. Pete got in trouble, like after I left, and everything got impounded and locked up, and because the place was fucked, it's just been burned out. It was disgraceful. The last time I was here, the toilet didn't work. You had to flush it with Evian. Yeah, there was no water. There was just shit everywhere. And, it's those people I didn't know. It's very strange having a house full of people you don't know. Remember we had our secret gigs here. God knows how we all found it. Everyone would come in and Pete started charging a tenner a pop. I never saw any of that money. How can we make you understand? All you can be is given in your hand. When we first did a secret gig, put it on the internet, we didn't really know it was going to work. When we realised that people could turn up, we had an audience at our disposal. That was a brand new thing, and it was quite exciting. Trust in me. Take me by the hand. Oh, yeah, that's it, everyone would pile in, then say something stupid like, everyone take something, everyone have a memento. And then, there'd be nothing left. That's a good way of having a tidy up, though. Recommend it.
She's got the double vibe.
The double vibe. Kansas City.
Hey, smash it.
Stop it, John.
No. John,
Stop it. Stop it.
John,
Stop it.
John. So that makes you...
John!
21 now.
John! Mr. Bootleg.
Have you got most A-levels?
Huh?
Yeah.
Give it to the master.
Yeah, come on, A-level boy.
Okay. Way! That's how you get your power, boys.
I did all the work on that.
Hang on, that better not be in my fucking tea.
Not only did they bring something out of the music with their own style of performance, but they brought something out within themselves that made people want to gravitate to them, as I gravitated towards them in the beginning.
It's like in the middle of the riots. I think I'd just been clonked with a truncheon while Pete was doing his hair in one of the guards' shields. Yeah, and then, then suddenly it was like midday. We had this appointment down the dive bar in Soho, in Chinatown, underneath the old King's Head. And we went down there for our first proper interview. I think that might have set the scene for us in a lot of ways. When you're being represented by a media, you learn pretty quickly that what you want to portray is 9 times out of 10 not what's going to come across. But in the first NME feature we did for that cover, it seemed like everything that I'd have wanted noted was without making it obvious, was put down.
We were running on a very, very tight budget. We had one tour manager who was a sound engineer, who loaded in, who loaded out, to get us up in the morning to make sure that we could get to the next gig. Had to do absolutely everything. In order for that person to do the job as succinctly as they possibly could do, they were running towards a schedule. Pete and Carl were just like, I don't give a damn about your schedule. I'm staying up all night long, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Without Pete and Carl being the charming guys that they were at that point in time, it would have been much harder for them to gain the notoriety as quickly as they did.
I was always on the make in some way. I don't know what it was, but we were fame hungry, definitely. That's what we wanted, and that drove us.
It's kind of begrudgingly and slightly naff to be accepting things on the strength of notoriety. I guess it's like being the owner of a vaguely famous face. It does have its moments, I suppose.
Was I the most famous in the Libertines? I think, well, I was definitely I became the most warped by the lack of power we ended up having when we got, catapulted into public consciousness.
I just wasn't able.
Yeah, I was a mess, really, when it came to fame.
There was a funny switch in the Albion rooms when I used to get really wrecked, and I used to want to go out every night. I just loved to drink, and we just discovered Charlie, and we just let him money, so we got an endless source of that. And I'd go out and I'd go and find all the sort of movers and shakers, for want of a better word. That's funny. I remember one night I brought the Cooper Temple claws home. I wanted to show off what we had, and I was proud of Pete. I love Pete. I wanted to show him off as well. And he was really annoyed. I brought people back. He said, what, we should just be at home writing songs. But I kind of felt I betrayed him a bit.
Pete was kind of frustrated that not enough people were kind of really taking responsibility for the band. And he was out on his own, really, in many respects. And I think it's frustrating for him. And I think he probably felt kind of isolated by that.
It wasn't long after that then the drug thing started to really hit. The smack and the crack thing and that way of life. And sort of, there's very little to romanticise about those drugs for me, but, I guess there is something. And he started to take that path. And I just kind of thought, well, shouldn't we be here writing songs without all these fucking ghoulish people? It always felt like a sort of rent an audience. People just find different things. And, addictions are ways of life, aren't they? It takes years before you realise they are addictions, if you ever do, if indeed they are. But, not only did I not want to do those things, and I just didn't like them. I tried. I tried to do it to be closer to Peter on numerous occasions.
I always said that to him all along about everything, even about drugs. I said, all he has to do is say, pack it in, and I would. He never actually bothered to say that. Just didn't talk to me.
And I think he found a new love and a new light and a new adventure in that life and those people, and he was probably very heartbroken that I didn't want to join him. I said even then, I never made any secret of it, especially with heroin. It's not an adventure, it's not exciting, because it's a story that's already been written 1,000 times. It's fucking boring. It's like, it's got two endings. One is a lifelong dull as fuck battle, where you're going to end up the shell of a man, and the other one is just a really shit, untimely, selfish death. And that's a pretty hard thing to point out, when especially when you're off your face on coke. It doesn't help. But yeah.
You're impossible, and it's just like he's in another world. He doesn't see the danger on show. That rewind the blood jokes and bloody more. It's just like she's in another world. The suit each other, no. She never get close.
We'd made everything just perfect. Everything just was, in my mind, we were rolling. And he just want to sack John and Gary before a gig, and it just made no sense, really.
I never wanted to be fired, but if it was going to happen, when I kind of knew why. I kind of figured that out. And there wasn't any point in me getting pissed off, because that was the bed that I put myself into.
I don't feel like I was kind of blameless for what happened, you know. There was always that kind of division between, you know, in a way between the four of us. And obviously it didn't feel very good.
Time moves on. I mean, there was a reason that happened at the point in time, whereas now, obviously, you know, we've moved on.
Hello? Operator.
Well, no, I thought we were going to put those three skipping ones together. Also, we're going to have two completely different sets, aren't we, for the forum and for the festivals?
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, necessarily. The forum, there's no curfew, there's no set amount of time. We can play the
but it's a warm-up for the festival, isn't it? So
nah, it's not. It's not a warm-up for the festival.
I'll tell you what we could do. We could write them out, all the songs, pick all the songs that we're doing, write them out and put them on the floor and jumble them about.
You get two the same, then you get another go.
Like Tazos.
Okay. Yeah, we do like whatever song sounds most similar, but it counts as a double. Like, Let It Go sounds quite similar to Irish. Yeah, that was kind of a day.
So which one did miss out of the bracket?
It was a fucking waste of time then, wasn't it?
It was not. I think we should keep them both.
No,
it might not work.
Well then, we should go home to bed.
To bed?
I'm going to go for one pint. Celebrate Dave's good work. Really quickly not fancy about the Irish. One pint?
Is it not cool to wear a seatbelt?
Very trendy, isn't it?
Not very trendy to lose your life in this bedroom.
It's very trendy. Well, you're saying Hendrix, Cobain, Morrison, you're saying that Joplin, you're saying anyone cool?
How far can you turn up, mate?
Just drop off on the way at Patchell. You know, like, Libertines is like a big powder keg with a very short fuse. It's all a bit fraught and manic. It was a pig man who once said, the blood from broken hearts writes the word to every song. And that's the trouble, isn't it? It's just not that easy. Otherwise you just do loads of them. I remember it was my birthday and Pete had a gig at Gunter Grove or something, and I said I'd go, but my friends had arranged me fucking karaoke in Soho. Pete just wouldn't understand. He was on his own manic path. That was all the crack and the smack and the drongos that hung around it, and it was becoming something different. That's when it started becoming all different factions, different camps, and it started getting a bit grotesque. And that was the first occasion when I just said, you know what, I'm not going. Arcadia for me isn't pissing all over someone else's fucking dreams and will. It's about something that's shared, about something that's beautiful. And you know, for whatever reason, I don't think Pete was coming from a place that served Albion and the Arcadian dream. Yeah, it was very hard, and I had to find some reserves of bravery to be able to get my own way.
They booted me out of the band and carried on without me. Yeah, I don't understand how, in the first place, I can get kicked out of my own band. I don't understand how that worked. I don't understand how, what the fuck?
When Peter was going crazy and constantly, and everyone was worried, and of course it was so difficult to hold together. When people finally looked to me and said, well, what about you? This is actually tearing you apart and breaking your heart. And when people said that, was relieved and I felt comforted because I felt so alone out there. And but I don't. Maybe I wouldn't have done it without the strength of other people giving me some support.
To get around it, I was distraught. I tried to carve. I got that Libertine. It doesn't look so bad. And I tried to carve out that little scar there that opened right up, so you couldn't actually see anything but the L and the E. That was when I just literally turned on the telly, and they were doing like "Don't Look Back Into the Sun" on top of the pops. What fucking hell!
Retrospectively, I wouldn't have done anything differently because I always acted as true to who I was. And, you know, I was just thinking, is that a defence mechanism? No, I don't think it is. I wouldn't change anything. That's our journey. That's what was supposed to happen.
No, did you have jeans downstairs, mate?
I took your bag. There were some jeans in there. Blue jeans.
That's right, don't worry, it's my belts in there. Right, we better get going. I just set that on the staircase.
You what?
I left it on the staircase.
Ah.
Mal, can you do some Guestus favours?
Yep.
Can you make sure my sister's got a +4?
Lucy?
Yeah.
For tonight, yeah?
Yeah. How are you doing? Good, good. I was just checking your names for tonight, actually. Loz, Butty, Hussy, L-O-Z, Hussy, Samira, and Samira, Cherry. Are you reading out your little black book? I just wanted to know if you want to come and see the Libertines tonight. A Kentish Town Forum. Kentish Town Forum. I'll send you a text right away. Okay, wicked. All right, cheers. See ya. Take a sit. Bye.
Who's that?
I'm a doctor. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, not bad. How are you going? Yeah. I'm just doing a panic Guestus check now because I've neglected to do that. But I'll see you tomorrow, right? Take care. See you. Cheers. Bye. Right. Have I been rehearsing a lot? Let's have that chat right now. Oh, it's a bit nerve-wracking all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm Mario.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Good, how are you? Yeah, well, did you get it as quick as possible? I need to,
There was so little preparation going into it. I had to work even harder to make sure that I was really mentally prepared. I close myself down and I think about the music. And then I put myself in the zone of being in the band with the guys.
We do, in many ways, complete each other, which is you can't say about a lot of people. You know, it comes at a price, but when it happens, it's just purer than anything else. When we got up on stage, you know, just to rehearse, it was like nothing else. It was like we hadn't dropped a beat.
People always say, do you get nerves? And I say, no, I don't get nerves. I felt really lucky that I was just going to play my guitar and play these songs with Carl and John and Gary. I felt really blessed. I felt really lucky.
One of the really great things about doing these concerts was that actually it was kind of an opportunity to revisit the band and kind of try and create something, a better ending for it. G A. Is it? Oh, what is it? Oh, it's. I think it's E A C sharp right now. B A A.
With the palette.
He's still not here.
Hey,
Hello,
where you been all my life?
where you been?
I'm looking for you.
Looking for me.
So just quickly, when we come out of the
Next weekend, the boys have got 170,000 people to play in front of. So tonight, for you, the Libertines are going to play. They're on in 10 minutes, and we challenge you to make as much noise as Reading and Leeds will, okay?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't think we could do it, and they fucking blew my mind. The Libertines tonight was orgasmic, it was seismic, it was cataclysmic. It was just like fucking responding in your eye, and fucking grinding in the teeth, and a fucking spit, and a fucking come on. It was like that, come on.